Strategy 22. Walk the talk. If you have done my CX Masterclass, you'll know the content of this chapter. But I think that to walk the talk is so important. And throughout my pilgrimage, I learned again how true this is. In the previous chapter, I wrote about why it is important to share your story. But it would be weird to share the same story over and over again. It would get boring. And you would think, doesn't she have anything else and more interesting to share? So I had to go out to walk, to later do the talk. When it comes to leaders and customer-centric behavior, I found this even to be more true. Many leaders talk a lot about customers, how they should be treated, how processes should be more agile, how self-service should be managed better, or how complaints should be managed. But what do they do themselves? Are the leaders in your organization really engaging with customers? How about those that are not in sales or marketing? The CFO and the purchasing department, for example. Does your IT department dive deeper into the needs and wishes of customers before they start building their new customer portal? I hope they are, but I have learned that most leaders are never in contact with customers. Whether it's direct contact, like having a live conversation or joining an account manager on a visit, or whether it's indirect, like listening to a focus group or joining a contact center agent and listening in on customer calls. It is important to show customer-centric behavior to lead the way. As Sir Richard Branson says, good customer service begins at the top. If your senior leaders don't get it, even the strongest links further down the line can become compromised. During one of my projects, I was working quite closely with the CEO. He managed many complaints, had customer calls and visited important B2B customers. But when I asked the management of the company how customer-centric they thought he was, they ranked him a 2 out of 10. A true fail. This CEO did the walk when it came to customers, but he forgot to do the talk. He never shared those stories, and I advised him to start a monthly blog, which he did in cooperation with the internal communications department. But to my regret, after 3 months, the blog series grounded to halt. And due to this, the image of this customer-centric CEO didn't change. He could have had so much more impact. Customer-centric leadership is about doing, about engaging with customers, learning who they are, how important your company and your services and products are in their lives. What opportunities lie in improvements of those products or processes? Learning that firsthand, directly from your customers, whether it's B2C or B2B, public organizations or pension funds. Actually, in all organizations, keep in contact as a leader and share those stories systematically with your peers and your employees. As a customer experience leader, it is up to us to either inspire colleagues to customer-centric leadership or maybe even make it an obligation. I know that in a large Dutch energy company, the CX team has created a company policy. Everybody has customer contact. And they have leaders solving customer complaints themselves. Because where leaders receive customer complaints that they have to solve themselves, they are responsible. And can of course ask the help of customer services, but they have to act and be in contact with the customer. It has led to more customer compassion. This is what this organization, actually all organizations need to realize the change we are here for. I walked my walks and I've gained so many stories about which I can talk in this book. So I'd like to ask you to get out there and be the change you'd like to see in this world or in the organization.